Hi, welcome to week 2 of our 10-week series on the GSRP. This week we're talking somatic awareness. Every GSRP program has the same long-term goal, somatic reintegration. To reintegrate the soma, you need to develop the awareness. In order to explain this, we're going to need to cover 3 terms: the definition of soma, definition of somatic therapy, and neuroplasticity. All right, let's go. In general, soma means body. To expand upon that a little bit more, soma is the whole axial portion of an animal, including the head, neck, trunk, and tail. In medical sciences and biology, the soma is the cell body of a neuron. That central structure that's roundish is the cell body. The hair-like fibers that come off the cell body are called dendrites, and those points of lights are where 2 dendrites from 2 different nerves connect and communicate with each other. According to Harvard Medical School, somatic therapy explores how the body expresses deeply painful experiences, applying mind-body healing to aid with trauma recovery. The article goes on to state, trauma can register within our bodies at a cellular level, what that means to an individual, and how best to heal from serious traumas encountered in life is the focus of a newer form of mental health counseling known as somatic therapy. According to Amanda Baker, director of the Center for Anxiety and Traumatic Stress Disorders and a clinical psychologist in the Department of Psychiatry at Massachusetts General Hospital, it's a treatment focusing on the body and how emotions appear within the body, Baker explains. Somatic therapies posit that our body holds and expresses experiences and emotions, and traumatic events or unresolved emotional issues can become trapped inside. Harvard published that article in 2023, but in 2003, I wrote this book on my approach to exercise, the grandpappy of GSRP, so to speak. On page 19, I state that physical trauma impacts the body and rarely does the body return to its pre-injury state. Also, that the flow of emotions has a whole body contraction patterns, plays out in nerves, muscle, fascia, the brain, gut, the heart, in every single muscle and contractile tissue of the body. Psychologists who practice somatic therapy help their clients to identify the physical sensations and tensions that develop with different memories, different thoughts, different emotions, and so on. And why does this work? Well, that's because of neuroplasticity. According to Wikipedia, neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to reorganize and rewire its neural connections, enabling it to adapt and function in ways that differ from its prior state. This process can occur in response to learning new skills, experiencing environmental changes, recovering from injuries, or adapting to sensory or cognitive deficits. Now here's an excellent article on how exercise can affect the nervous system. I'd like to point out a few things. It says, neuroplasticity improves with the development of synaptic connections and neuronal networks. These structural and functional changes enhance learning and ultimately create a more efficient brain with a greater capacity to learn. Among the many incredible benefits to the central nervous system, this article goes on to state, as we age, a well-functioning plastic brain becomes particularly important. Aging individuals in good physical health can expect enhanced cognitive reserves and a slower aging process. So there you have it. Science is showing that any type of trauma has the potential to disrupt the connectivity of your neural web. You may have areas that are too low in connectivity, not enough of those little break points. Remember those? And you may have areas that are too high in connectivity or too many of these break points. Too low means low resting tone, not enough fluid motion, hypoactivity. Too high is high resting tone, high fluid motion, maybe inflammation, edema, hyperactivity. Either extreme can produce symptoms. Now, the GSRP raises awareness of this neural web and helps to reintegrate high and low tone into more natural resting tones by following 3 principles. Each movement must be coordinated with breath. You must visualize yourself as a perfect specimen of a human being performing each motion, and you must train your mind to stay focused on joint alignment and muscular recruitment patterns. As the nervous system becomes better balanced, you become more aware of how thoughts, emotions, experiences, memories affect you physically in the here and now. And that is how the GSRP program raises somatic awareness. Let's get well together.